Have you ever paused to notice how a single moment of gratitude can shift the entire atmosphere of your day? Perhaps it's the warm thank you from a friend you almost forgot you helped, or the silent gratitude you feel when you wake up healthy enough to chase your dreams. Yet, in the rush of life, we often dismiss these tiny wonders, focusing instead on what's lacking. That's when everything turns gray, our hearts become heavier, our steps slower, and our hope starts to slip away. Today's story uncovers a simple truth with seismic power. Gratitude, when cherished, can completely transform how we live, love, and see ourselves. Ignore it, and you risk living in a world overshadowed by discontent. Embrace it, and watch your darkest hours brighten. Get ready to witness a journey that shows how gratitude doesn't just enhance your mood, it can literally change your days. At dawn, Anika eased the bookstore's oak latch and stepped into the chilled hush of the village green. Foxed pages and peat smoke surrounded her while ledgers on the counter warned winter rents would soon demand coin she did not possess. She struck a lucifer, coaxed flame along brass lamp wicks, and let amber light pool over the aisles. The mechanical register her father polished each Sabbath sighed awake. Thin footsteps had already carved splinters into her confidence, yet surrender felt like betraying every mile spent hauling crates of novels along muddy roads. Before lifting the shutters, Anika pressed her palms to the counter and invited gratitude to speak before fear. "Thank you," she breathed, letting the words rise with kettle steam. "Thank you for the stained glass windows scattering sunrise across the floor. Thank you for local authors who trust their stitched chapbooks to my care. Thank you for the friendly faces who stop simply to share news and remember these stories matter." The litany lengthened until her chest loosened. She honored the widow leaving jars of jam on the sill, the schoolmistress ordering primers for her pupils, the farmhands trading barley chatter for borrowed adventures. Each remembrance made the lamps glow warmer, dust motes swirling like applause. When the young cooper's apprentice pushed open the door, Anika welcomed him with a smile, wrapped his penny novel in brown paper, and tucked in a lavender sprig. The bell rang only a few more times that morning, yet each chime shimmered with promise. Gratitude had not mended the sums, but it rekindled the ember that told her this struggle was still worth guarding. That fragile spark glowed through the pale afternoon as Anika straightened a stack of travelogues near the front window. Outside, Maple Hollow's dusty road lay quiet save for the distant grind of wagon wheels. She wondered how long hope could endure on gratitude alone when the bell above the door gave a timid chime. Mr. Harding, the stoic patron who rarely offered more than pleasantries, stepped inside with snow clinging to his wool coat. He carried a cedar crate bound with twine, set it upon the counter, and murmured, "These belong with someone who cherishes them." A quick tip of his hat, and he vanished into the pale light. Anika's fingers trembled as she loosened the knot and lifted the lid. Inside rested leather-bound classics, gilt edges still gleaming despite the decades. Rural epics, sermon collections, even a hand-etched atlas awaited her touch. The morning's whispered thanks hummed through her chest. The spark had drawn its first breath. As daylight thinned, she trimmed the wicks of the oil lamps and shifted every shelf to cradle these treasures within view of the frosted panes. She skipped her evening tea, working until the hearthstones cooled. Gratitude had not erased hardship, yet it yoked her heart to purpose. Dawn returned with a mule's bray and the aroma of rye bread drifting from the neighboring mill. Word of Mr. Harding's gift traveled the gossip routes. Traders repeated it at the feed store, schoolchildren whispered it between lessons, and by noon a reporter from the Maple Hollow Gazette arrived bearing inkwell and notebook. His column the next dawn hailed Anika's shop as a sanctuary of stories where gratitude keeps the lamps alight. By twilight, lamplight spilled onto the mud-packed street, and villagers lingered at the windows as if the shelves themselves beckoned them inside to step within. Customers followed, farmers with calloused palms, teachers seeking primers, weary mothers craving quiet tales before bedtime. Coins clinked into the till, yet the richer gain was the widening circle of conversation. Each exchange affirmed the fragile practice she had promised to keep. Nights grew longer, but Anika refused to close without honoring her ritual. Standing beneath rafters perfumed by cedar and paper, she bowed her head. "Thank you for this new day. Thank you for those I serve. Thank you for every book that gives my dream life." The words settled over the shop like a quilt stitched by ancestors. Gratitude, she realized, was no fleeting ember. It was the hearth itself, warming every weary soul who crossed her threshold.